I'd now like to call on our next witness, who will appear in disguise because he does not want his identity to be known. We will simply call him Agent X for the hearing today. What Agent X has to say today is shocking and disturbing. When I first learned of this story, I simply couldn't believe it. But I must tell the public now, this story has been checked through top secret channels, and it is true. Sadly, it is true. Thank you for your courage in appearing, Mr. X, and you may proceed.
Thank you. I come here in peril of my life, but I want to testify. Here is my written statement. With my testimony, I am breaking a code of silence. However, when I learned about Neanderthal syndrome, I decided that it was my duty as an American to come forward and tell the story of Operation Zombie. Back in the 1950s, I was an agent of the CIA. I was assigned to a top secret project codenamed Operation Zombie. Television was new in the country then, and we wanted to understand what it could do to the human brain. And this project was started with orders from the top. It was not my idea. In those days, you did what you were told. I helped organize the whole thing. We found a couple hundred college students, and in the summer of 1956, we paid them to watch television for 18 hours every day, nonstop. We had a dozen control students who just sat around and read books or masturbated. All the students were isolated, though, and this was all done out in the countryside at a secret location. At the end of that first summer, we couldn't believe what had happened to those poor kids. Most of them got fat. We fed them whatever they wanted. We interviewed them every day, standard questions, and they gradually became unresponsive. They just grunted and ate with their hands, and some of them walked around in the nude all the time. When we told them the program was over and that we were sending them back to college, well, most of them went apeshit. They didn't want to leave. Imagine young kids full of life now just wanted to stay in isolation chambers and watch TV the whole day long. Every one of those kids was totally apathetic. The whole thing made me sick. We managed to get the kids out of there and back to school, but the real tragedy is we've kept tabs with these kids all these years. Most of them are now 55 or 56. 83% of them dropped out of school, good schools, Harvard, Yale, Princeton, Slippery Rock State, and their lives read like portraits of failure. Only a few managed to snap out of it and lead normal lives. The rest, hobos, alcoholics, drug addicts, welfare, food stamps, some even became lawyers and petty criminals. Why? Because they never stopped watching TV. They wasted their lives in front of the tube. I pleaded with my supervisors to cancel Operation Zombie, but they were very excited by the power of the program and ordered us to continue the next summer, then the next, and the next. All those poor damn kids ruined lives. This just tears me apart.
You kept going?
Well, orders. Had to.
How long?
Well, till around 1966 or so. I left the agency. Maybe they're still doing it. I don't know.
You, by your own admission, ruined these lives, and you just, these innocent people, you kept doing it for 10 years.
That's correct, ma'am. I mean, this was the Cold War. We thought we could use TV to subdue the Russians. Or, I hate to admit it, to pacify our own people.
You are charging the CIA with a covert plan whose aim was to To brainwash and pacify the American people through television?
Well, not exactly, but in a way, yes. We were terrified of communist infiltration. If everyone just, if young kids, just watch TV, then
our country would fall to pieces.
This is outlandish. Mr. Chairman, I think we ought to be in closed session here.
Well, it was the opinion of the chair to make this information public.
I just can't believe this is true.
And the radiation experiments, they never happened. And the Holocaust never happened. And we won the Vietnam War, and Ronald Reagan was the best thing that ever happened.
I've had just about enough out of you today, Schaefer. You're a smart-ass.
Now, here, Mr. Kent, confound you. Listen, I want you to just straighten up here now. We're gonna get on with this thing, and we're gonna do it if I have to finish the hearing myself.
You can't do that.
The hell I can't.
Mr. Chairman, with all due respect, I will continue to disrupt this hearing until you agree to remove Agent X to a closed session. This material is too sensitive.
Unfortunately, Mr. Chairman, I'm afraid I have to agree with Representative Kent here. I'd like a closed session as well.
All right, damn it. This hearing is now closed to the public. Turn off the lights there and turn that damn camera pointed up. We're going to reconvene in about an hour.